Hello, peeps! Welcome to another episode of Boundless. We are here on the test server because they have updated the test server to version 194, and what I'm going to cover in this episode is the new skill system. On the test server, they have updated the skill system. So if we look at our player, okay, so if we go into our character and we look at our skills, the skill tree has been completely redone. So they have it's supposed to have been overhauled to be more understandable, streamlined, and have more meaningful choices, and overall be more epic. I've been playing around with it a little bit on the test server, and there's some things that I like about it better than the old system, but there's things I miss from the old system. And of course, like anything, it's just mainly because it's a change. But there are now two types of skills, basic and epic. So if you look through the skills, you have these attributes. All of the attributes are what they call basic skills, and all basic skills cost 1 skill point. And then they have the epic skill, which are down here below. So we have our attributes, mastery, crafting, and our epic. First set of epics is epic 1, and epic skills cost 5 points. So under the basic skills, the basic skills can have a number of levels. So you buy them more than once to increase their effect. And then epic skills are basically you buy it and either you have it or you don't have it. And then some of the epic skills force you to make a choice. So if you choose one skill, it'll lock you out of another skill. So on this one, for instance, I have Slingbow Epic chosen, which locks me out of Bomb Epic. So I can't have both of these. You only get one or the other of these ones that have like the little arrow between them. Light Source Epic, there's no choice between those. Volume Crafting, Chisels Epic. So as you look through here, some of the skills that you notice aren't in here anymore are the basic early skills that were in the old tree. So you no longer have Compass, Entity Info, and Creep. Those are all baseline skills now that you don't have to learn. Mastery has been streamlined. Before it used to affect your ability to utilize different material tools and weapons. So if you didn't have the correct mastery before, you basically got penalized trying to use a gem tool or weapon if you didn't have the correct mastery. Now mastery, basically it's no more considered linked to like difficulty level. It's now purely additive. So as you click and add more mastery, you're just going to be doing more damage instead of the way that it currently is on the live servers. Crafting skills are now categorized more understandably, and interim ingredient recipes are available to all. Recipes are now gated based on a skill level, which can be increased by both basic skills and epic skills. And Another cool thing, I don't use either one, or at least I didn't before, because I didn't really care for either of the sling bow choices before, for the rapid fire or the charging. But now you can choose between them, and basically you can have a rapid fire iron sling bow, a charging epic, or a charging iron sling bow. It's no longer tied to the certain type of material the sling bow is made out of anymore. So that's pretty cool. I might actually look at utilizing the rapid fire epic. And then there is now a skill which allows you to dig up surface resources like plants, fungi, and boulders and replant them. I believe that's right here. It's just gathering epic, which increases drop chance from plants. So if you utilize your normal tools to harvest plants, so if you use an axe for plants, a hammer for stone, you'll get more drop chance, so you'll get more materials for them. But if you collect them with a shovel, you get the actual items in your inventory without breaking them, so then you can put them down to use as decoration. So that's the basic overall. One other skill that you'll notice that is missing is the death penalty. Your items no longer are damaged when you're defeated and return to the sanctum. Instead, you lose a portion of the XP earned to the next level. It says reviving ignores the XP penalty, so I'm guessing if you get revived by another player, then you don't have that defeat penalty. Once your next level progress is reduced to 0, there are no further penalties, so you cannot lose levels through defeats, and a hunger penalty is now applied on defeat. So that did away with the death penalty reduction skill, so that's no longer a skill that's available. So as we look through the different skills that are there, a lot of them are still the same. Some of them have been renamed a little bit. So we have vitality bonus, power bonus, control bonus, dexterity bonus, agility bonus. These are basically all the same as what was there before. Intelligence bonus, luck bonus. This is a different one now. This is now zeal bonus, which increases your maximum energy, and it also increases your buff and debuff duration. And then attributes bonus. So then in your masteries, you have your sling bow, you have your bomb, and you have your different tools. So you have hammer, shovel, axe. There is no chisel mastery. And you have grapple mastery, which increases your grapple length by 5 meters and the speed by 5 milliseconds. And then spanner mastery, which increases the wear removed by 10% and increases your action speed. Then we have our different crafting tiers, which we have tool crafting, which I did watch Javita's episode where he went over the skill trees too, and I believe these only go up to 2. Unfortunately I don't have, I've already spent my 80. I guess I could remove, let's remove light source. I like having light source because as a YouTube content creator, when I'm out making videos and stuff, it's just easier for me to have a skill like this that makes me emit light, so I don't have to like have a torch in my hand at all times or anything, and it just makes it easier and obviously makes the videos better because viewers can see around me and see what I'm doing. But for testing purposes, let's remove this. Now see, I believe you can actually remove, yeah, you can remove on that, and that's spending my cleanse points. Let's put those back, so it's only spending one cleanse point to remove that one light source. And you can see where it's highlighted 0 of 1, so kind of easy for you to keep track of and remember what you have removed and not removed. So let's take a look at tool crafting. So yep, it goes up to 1 of 2. And now in Javita's video, he said that in order to be able to craft like gem tools, you need to have level 3 tool crafting, and the way you achieve that is by getting the gear crafting epic. So this increases your tool crafting level by 1 and your weapon crafting level by 1 and your tech crafting level by 1. So this enables you to be able to get to the point where you're 3 out of 3. Just obviously for sake of discussion, in looking at the way that the trees are laid out, we have crafting is up here. I think some of this stuff should have been this epic right here for crafting, consumable crafting and gear crafting. In my opinion, should be up in here. I think the way that these should be laid out would be like you'd have your crafting, your basic skill, and then any epics that would be linked basically to that basic skill. So you'd have crafting, underneath it you'd have your crafting epics. I mean, so they have like some of the stuff. So they have volume crafting epic, but then a lot of your other, then your next set of crafting stuff is down here. Efficient crafting epic. So some of it's kind of, and it might be separate. I gotta assume it's separated out like this for a reason, and it possibly is because of these skills being locked by levels too. So you might not be able to get down to these levels until you reach a certain point. And of course I'm on a Twisted Foot character, so I'm at max level already as it is, so I can unlock all of them. So we have, back to the crafting, we have crafting, weapon crafting, tech crafting, decoration crafting, machine crafting, food crafting, brew crafting, forge ingredient crafting, and augment crafting. And then our first set of epics, you have to choose between slingbow epic and bomb epic, hammer epic, and shovel and axe epic. And Javita brought up an awesome point in his video about being able to go up here and take 5 out of 5 in hammer mastery, and that would increase your hammer damage by 50%. And then going down here and selecting shovel and axe epic, which would increase your shovel and axe damage by 50%. So all 3 of your tools would be at 50%. Right now, the way I have my current tree set up, just because I was messing around with it and didn't really do a whole lot of in-depth testing on it yet, I have an extra 20% up here in hammer, but then I got this hammer epic, which increases it by 50%. So I'm doing 70% hammer damage, or 70% additional hammer damage. And then I'm doing an additional 10% shovel and additional 10% axe. And then we have grapple mastery and spanner mastery. Oh, we already went over that. Back down here to the epics. And we have health epic or stamina epic. So you can decide whether you want to increase your, if you want to increase your maximum health or your maximum energy. We have rapid fire charging epic for your sling bows, threat epic, and shadow effect epic. So this will increase your amount of threat by 100%. This will decrease your aggression range by 50%. Light source epic, volume crafting epic, which unlocks the ability to mass craft in machines. And then Chisels Epic, which unlocks the ability to shape blocks in a more detailed way using precision chisels. And then we have our Endurance basic skills. So you have Kinetic Armor, Kinetic Resistance, Impulse Armor, Impulse Resistance, Falling Armor, and Falling Resistance. If I'm going over these a little too fast with the mouse, you can always just pause the video and read the descriptions. And then we have our next set of epics, which there's only a couple that make you choose between them. The rest of them are all. So this portal epic unlocks the ability to open portals between worlds. So no longer is it just you can't open a portal, I believe, without having this epic. So tax epic, which reduces the amount of taxes you pay. Durability drain epic, which is basically the durability skill that we currently have on the live servers. Efficient crafting epic, which is pretty awesome skill too, which reduces the spark cost for crafting food, brews, and gear, as well as the heat needed in the furnace by 30%, which is pretty huge. This is a pretty awesome skill for anybody that's going to be using their character as crafting. Forging epic, and then this is the one where you have to make a choice between consumable crafting epic and the gear crafting epic. We have our health generation epic and the energy regeneration epic. That gathering epic skill that we talked about. The jump distance epic, which increases your jump height by the 2 meters. And then the air jump epic. Then we get down into our exploration, and we have volatile protection. None of these are actually needed right now, because except for the warp and portal distance, which increases the maximum distance you can open a warp or portal. But the atmospheres aren't on either the live or the test version yet, so these 3 skills aren't needed yet. And then our last set of epics, we have the damage epic, which increases damage modifier by 50%. So, and then we have the healing epic and the protection epic. So like with this adds an additional 50% onto my hammers and obviously my sling bow. So I have noticed that, like, in the few things that I have gone out and gathered or killed with my sling bow, things have been dying fairly easily. We have the revive epic. I don't know. Okay, so if revive epic 1 allows you to revive somebody with 50% health and 50% stamina. If you get revive epic 2, this allows you to revive them by an additional 50% health and 50% stamina. So basically, they come back to life, full health, full stamina, and also it reduces the cooldown time by half. We have our Rage Epic and Focus Epic, which appear to not have any descriptions in them. Same with the Rage Focus Epic 1 and Epic 2. We have our Food Crafting Epic. So you have to decide between if you want to be able to craft food or brews. And then we have tool crafting, the tool crafting epic. So you have tool crafting epic, weapon crafting epic, and tech crafting epic. Now, some people might kind of worry about how locked down or specialized builds have to be able to, so like if you want to be able to craft all of the best tools, you obviously have to max out your tool crafting up here. You're going to want to unlock the volume crafting. You're going to want to unlock the efficient crafting. And then you're going to want to put money into this gear, or not money, put points into the gear crafting epic. But then you can also go down here and put points into whatever crafting you're trying to do, whether it's tools, weapons, or tech. And this decreases your spark cost again. So this one up here is more for the consumables, but it does have the gear one. So this one increases your tool crafting. Where was the... so some of these like decrease, so these you'll want these definitely, and you're gonna have to, what I was getting to with worrying about how they're gated and locked down, like you can only pick one of these three. There now is the ability to have multiple skill sets. So this is one skill set. I unfortunately do not have, we'll just discard. They've also introduced the exchange to get rewards and extras. So, right now I have this reward available to me, and it would gain me 100 coin if I collect it. But they've also added in the qubits. And what the qubits get you is the ability to buy additional plots under the plots tab. Or if you go to the character, this is where you'll be able to unlock additional character slots and additional skill sets. So here's where you'd come in and you could purchase additional skill sets, and then there's appearance changes, full skill resets, and cleanse points. Now there's some discussions in the forums about the qubits, and I don't believe they've released any pricing, but you are going to be able to buy qubits with real money, but you will also earn qubits as you level up. Unfortunately, my character was level 50, so I do not have any qubits to start with on the test server. So we could maybe though look at, I don't know where I'm at with Twisted, where I logged out at. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably was in Muntean, so I don't know how that what this is going to look like. Okay, it just brought me to Solemn. In fact, I think it's the same spot that I spawned in when I logged in with Twisted Foot. So let's look at my character quick on here. Skills. Actually, wait. No. We want to look at exchange. Yeah, see, I don't have any qubits. But I do have a lot of XP available. And if I look at my character, I'm really close to leveling up. So let's see if I can get enough rewards from these things. That's pretty cool. That's the first time that I've actually watched that. On Twisted Foot, I just hit quick collect all and they just all go away. I like the little animation. Oh, there we go. We got some qubits. So we have 240 qubits on that one. Do any of these other ones give? Don't. I don't know. I don't think I've leveled up yet. Uh-oh. We have a spitter running around us. And he's shooting us in the back. Can I exit? Oh, okay, I can. Where are you? Alright, you're dead. Alright, before we were so, oh yeah, we did level up, so that's, must have been where I got the qubits from. So now, if we go into exchange, we have qubits, so we can go in. I don't have enough to buy anything. Well, I have enough to buy some plots. I really don't need any plots, though, but I could buy them. What I'll use this for on this character, though, is I do need skill sets because this is the character that I use for crafting. There's some other discussions about the direction that they took with the skill sets. Now it's going to be back to, instead of needing to use multiple alts to be able to do everything, you'll basically be able to do everything on one character again. And the way that you do that obviously is through multiple skill sets. So you come in and you set your skills. We can test this to see if, oh, I can set things from down here. So I'm not sure how they labeled these things and how they laid them out. And maybe things could be shuffled around a little bit better to be a little bit more, even more understandable and streamlined. So link the things together, link your basic skills together, so you have your layer of basic skills, and then any epic skills associated with those basic skills right below them, and then have them separated out into their different categories. I don't know. After messing around with these long enough, everybody will know which one is which, and it won't be that big of a deal. But to a new player, that could be, or even like to me, I'm not a new player, but this is all new to me too, so. But that is going to wrap it up for this episode. I just wanted to cover the skill tree set and I guess a couple of the other updates that are included in this testing version. Hopefully this doesn't take too long on the testing server, and it's becomes available on a live server soon. So everybody can get on the testing server to try these. But it'd be fun to have them on the live version, because on the testing version there's only 3 worlds. So thanks everybody for watching. Hit the like button if you liked what you saw, and subscribe if you want to see more content. And I will talk to everybody later. See ya.